the Miami Dolphins. Let's talk about them, shall we? Let's talk about them. Let's talk about your Miami Dolphins. The Black Friday game was insane. I did an instant reaction for our YouTube.
Yeah.
So for our Roku audience, I'll review it in a second. But they're at Washington. Then they've got a Monday nighter. By the way, that's a doubleheader. Or not a doubleheader. It's a 2 games. They're returning the 2 games at once for Week 14. There's 2 Monday nighters at the same time.
Oh, sweet.
Simultaneous Monday nighters, Week 14. Then they've got the Jets at home, Dallas at home, at Baltimore, home for Buffalo. The rubber meets the road in the last 3 games.
Oh,
for
yeah.
them, okay?
Absolutely.
So that's for sure. They've got 3 games that they should win, and those are the games that they are winning. They're winning the games that they should win. As we know, they are in the penthouse of the who have they really beaten?
Yeah.
2023 NFL season.
Cowboys are looking around in their apartment building like, any spots available?
Yeah. They're on the elevator going up.
Yeah.
But the Dolphins have the penthouse with the 360 views of the keys.
Oh, yeah.
Right, of that narrative. Tower. The tower of narrative in the NFL. And I'll just say this to the South Florida fans. You best show up at the Hard Rock Stadium. You best show up at that stadium because I'll tell you what.
Tell you what, man.
If you don't show up on Week 16 and the Dallas Cowboys are coming into town, you want to talk about a home game on the road? All those empty seats need to be dressed up by actual Dolphin fans because it's going to be, Tua is going to have to go silent snap in his own home. I mean, it's time to show up, right? Show out. I shouldn't say that because I'm not totally privy to their attendance totals. I'm just assuming that what's done in the past has been happening now. And at Baltimore and home for Buffalo, those are the ones. But they certainly have the edge going into December in that division. 1,000,000%. And I am not surprised at all about what happened in the Black Friday game. That the Dolphins showed up and the Jets defense would ball out and keep it close.
Yep.
And they pick off Tua for a pick 6.
Oh, that was nuts.
And Greg Zuerlein missed, leading to one of the many terrific Al Michaels lines, including, I guess he forgot how to kick extra points. They haven't scored a lot of touchdowns. Great line. I'm paraphrasing, but that was the general sense of Al's comment.
Yeah, they haven't scored very much.
Yeah, I haven't scored very much. Guess he forgot how to kick extra points. Missed it. And then another interception right before the half with 2 seconds to go. And it's just like, what can go wrong? Go for Hail Mary. What can go wrong? And then Devon Holland picks off the ball that Tim Boyle, by the way, couldn't get in the end zone. Landed at the 1-yard line.
Yep.
And he ran 99 yards. And as I'm watching that, I'm thinking to myself, what is with this franchise and this building on this weekend? What is with them? And this franchise against this team, like, this is supposed to have changed. The same old Jets. This was supposed to have changed with Aaron Rodgers coming here. And, and the fake spike team with the fake spike quarterback was in the house. That there's another Dolphins moment against the Jets forevermore. And it's this one. I don't know what you call it. You can't call it the Fail Mary, right? Isn't that what they called the touchdown that was
in Green Bay and Seattle?
Green Bay, Seattle,
yeah.
like the replacement refs, Fail Mary.
Yep. I saw Hail Mary.
Hail Mary's not a bad one.
Yeah.
Hail Mary.
What was the other one I saw?
That's not a bad one. And the other thing I immediately thought of is, Al Michaels is the voice of my Thanksgiving MetLife misery. Called the butt fumble 11 years ago, and now called the Hail Mary. And also, what's with Al Michaels calling pick sixes that start at somebody's goal line?
Yeah, right.
James Harrison, he called that one. Different stakes, I understand.
Yeah,
there are different.
Still.
There are many other, I would think, impediments to Harrison getting in the end zone than what the Jets put up on Holland.
But still, an amazing play nonetheless.
How many Name me another instance of a ball returned from your goal line to the other team's end zone at the end of a half, first or second, right? First or second half, but let's just talk first halves, where times run out in the middle of the return, where you're now at the point of no return. You get no points if you don't return it, or you get points if you return it.
Crazy.
It's Harrison and Holland, two H's, and Al's in the booth for both.
Yeah, no idea.
And the Jets are done.
Rich,
They're done. The Jets are done, and I think we're done talking about them until Rodgers makes his decision to come back, which I think he's nuts to do. And I don't blame him for wanting to do it. I don't blame him for wanting to do it because he's sitting here in Marina Del Rey for weeks and months working his ass off to get to this remarkable point where it's even a conversation. I don't blame him for wanting to come back and saying, I did it. I don't blame him. But this line is on second and third and fourth stringers. There was one guy at right guard who got cut by the Titans, who are going to be maybe top 5 on the clock. Got cut from them in early October, and the Jets are picking him. Like, why would Rodgers, who will be 40 years old next week, want to come back behind that? Other than, wanting to prove that he can do it, and then maybe out of sense of team, that he feels like he let them down, even though, it may be MetLife's turf that let him down as Phillips got his Achilles taken from him. That kid is really good. Miami's going to, that could leave a mark on Miami's Super Bowl hopes.
He was balling.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, and I understand, maybe he wants to save Nathaniel Hackett because this guy has shown no ability to change this offense on the fly to make the quarterbacks look better. And it could be the protection. It could be a whole bunch of stuff all in one. It's not just one thing. But And then the Jets keep sending him out in front of a microphone to talk word salad, which drives me nuts about what needs to be done. I mean, even Garrett Wilson said he has no words anymore. And that was before what happened with Michigan. But that said, he is one of those warriors that Ohio State sent to the next level, and even he's without speech. So I'm until Rodgers comes back, I know the Jets have, who's next? Atlanta? Yeah. Atlanta at home, and then Houston at home. I mean, you want to talk about being ugly. What if their number 2 overall pick quarterback comes in and lights them up? They have a defensive lapse, and in comes Stroud with Tank Dell and Nico Collins and Devin Singletary, who was the Bills saying, you take him. How about they come in and smoke the Jets, smoke them in front of a, no doubt, empty house? Who's going to want to come and watch this team put barely points on the board in like 20-degree weather against the Houston Texans in New York, in New Jersey? I mean, it's a tough road to hoe. So I don't blame Rodgers for wanting to come back, but until he does, I'm kind of out of the Jets conversation business. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.